So I was moseying around the internet and I had stumbled across this one web page where I had accidentally typed in like something different at the top. And when that happened, instead of it giving me a 404, it showed me like all of this stuff that I shouldn't see. Now, from a security point of view, this is insanely bad, right? And we're gonna kind of go through it. It still seems fine for the most part. It doesn't seem fully exposed, but I mean, if I really wanted to peer down into this, I would have a lot better of a surface area to try to attack with because of the information here, right? Essentially, I think this is the real website, right? So we have these different categories: health, entertainment, society, travel, Indian history. If I go to sports, of course, there's like a little ad. Okay, and then we have sports. Okay, cool. But let's try to do like sports Z, right? If I do sports Z, I get up this, which is something I should never really see, right? Like, for one, we see the code here, or like the stack of the code, which is pretty bad. But two, we can actually see where the problem's actually coming from. It says app debug is true, which is bad. You never want to do that. I'm pretty sure that's what the issue is. Now, the reason that this gives me a better attack surface just from looking at this at a surface level is the queries, right? Like the queries and the code, like those two things in itself just means for me as a person, if I was going to do some sort of offensive hacking, that I would use these queries to try to therefore see if I can do something in the URL string. Now, I'm not sure how the stack works. I'd have to look into how the Laravel stack works, because again, if there's no real directory traversal, then trying to maybe like do a query parameter may not work like that. It may be just through the code. But the fact that you can even see the queries is pretty wild. The reason that this is a bad thing here is because if I wanted to, I can try to then make another type of query parameter that can probably do like an SQL injection or something. That's what I would assume. Okay, and this is the route. This is the controller route that they're using. Okay. Oh, is it like an MVC? Except for Laravel instead of like .NET, because I'm more used to .NET MVC. So it fails in trying to go to the right category. How to fix this? Oh, can I just... Oh, and then you could go into whatever you have locally to fix. That's actually really cool that you could do that in particular in debug. I really think that this would be kind of cool if this was hidden. So you had to log in to get to this. Like you saw an error or whatever, and it said like, if you're the developer, click here, error or whatever, but then for other people it's just like 404s or something like that, because this is actually pretty cool. If I was the developer and someone was like, hey, this page is having an issue or whatever, then I could just go there, click on my local version, then repush or whatever. But this is like exposing to other people to have a higher attack surface. It's funny, like if we look at the error, I could be wrong, but from reading this, since this is null beforehand, it's failing here in particular. Because I almost feel like the way to resolve this is by just dropping this line right here and then putting it right up under this. But I'm trying to see if there's any other reason why in the if statement you would need to try to run this first. That actually makes sense. I misunderstood that last part there in particular. You can't just, essentially you can't just have this one line all the way on line 104. That won't work necessarily. You could still get the issue. You want this part in the else block, and that should fix it. Now, the other issue that I found out from someone on Threads when I mentioned this is Laravel version 9, which is already outdated. Shout out to Extreme Teddy, by the way, software developer. They're out of support too. So if I wanted to do something like, I could go here and basically find multiple vulnerabilities. They're doing Laravel as well, so that may have vulnerabilities as well. The more tooling you do, the more random vectors you have, especially if you know the versions of them. If they're the most up to date, most likely you're not going to be the whiz kid. Find it's a zero day, but unless you are. So the environment manipulation via query string in Laravel. Yeah, that is a big one. But I don't think, at least seeing this from a superficial level, that it's that bad. And I know it sounds wild, but it's not like as if for example, I can click on something and get to the backend server right now, you know, then yeah, I think I would be a little bit more concerned. But because you can't or whatever, it's like, you know, like this is still bad because you can learn so much information about what the backend server is like without you having to really go through it. So then if you see something interesting, you may be able to find a misconfiguration. Well, am I able to just click through all of this? I'm able to click through all of this? That's insane. How much can I do here? But I mean, like, yes, but I thought that it like stop, like, can I just grab the whole thing? Because you can't, because it's gonna pull locally from you. But man, if I was able to do not local and be able to just grab this whole thing, that'd be insane. The fact that you can get so much of the trace is insane from everywhere. That's absolutely insane. Like, being able to see this amount is absolutely just insane. I wasn't expecting that. At first I was just at the top here, like, oh yeah, this is where the issue is coming from. I didn't know that they show you the trace of every, oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to think about this. Okay, I mean, yeah, now seeing this, regardless of anything, seeing this amount of the trace is 100% like bad, 100% bad. I didn't know that you could see so much of the code of the trace, because yes, the surface level for having or dealing with the queries is one thing, but knowing more about almost every single type of file going through for the trace of everything is way worse. Like, I think it's way worse. In my opinion, that's way worse. Like, you can know how the routing works and stuff like that to really then know if you can make a nice attack or not. This is way worse. So that's about it for this video. I mean, this was a cool thing just to find on my own with just randomly searching the internet. I wasn't even trying or anything, I just randomly found this. And so I thought this was pretty cool. And if you guys thought it was cool too, please leave a thumbs up. If you guys have any comments, concerns, or questions, please leave it in the comments below, as I love to interact with you guys. And other than that, I hope the rest of your day goes well, everyone. Peace.